Hello all, I am the Holland Phantom, and for today's video we're going to be having a live battle from the 2010 format. On one side, we've got the Jumpluff deck as used by Yuku Furusawa, the Junior Division champion of the 2010 World Championships, going up against the Sablelock deck as used by Conley, a top 16 competitor in the Masters Division. So we'll see which of these two decks can take the victory today. But before we begin, I just wanted to let everyone know that the channel is quickly reaching 1,000 subscribers, and we're trying to hit that goal before the end of the year. So if you enjoy the content that we put out, please consider leaving a subscribe. It would really help us a lot. And now with that out of the way, let's get into the battle. And here we go, the battle has started, with both players flipping over their starting Pokemon. On the Jumpluff side, we've got Hoppip as the active Pokemon, with another Hoppip on the bench. And on the Sableye side, we've got Sableye as the active Pokemon, going first thanks to its Pokebody Overeager. Sableye gets a Psychic Energy attached, and then attacks with Impersonate. It's a free attack, letting it copy the effect of any supporter from the deck by sending it to the discard pile, so it copies Cyrus's Conspiracy, getting an energy gain, a Pokemon Collector, and basic Darkness Energy added to the player's hand. And that's going to be it for the Sableye side for their first turn. Now over to the Jumpluff side. Let's see what they can do. The player starts off by using Roseanne's Research as their supporter, searching their deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon or basic energy cards in any combination. So we get both Hoppip and Baltoy added to the bench. Okay, let's see if they have any more trainer cards to use or any energies to play. There we go, a Luxury Ball is played. Now the player can search their deck for any Pokemon as long as it's not a level X Pokemon to add to their hand. And the one chosen is going to be a Jumpluff this time. If the player has a rare candy, they can evolve straight into Jumpluff right away. It's going to be the main attacker of this deck, and it just needs 1 energy to start attacking. And yes, there's a rare candy to evolve the active Hoppip into Jumpluff. Do they have the Grass Energy? Yes, they do. If they can bench just 1 more Pokemon, they can immediately win this game by taking the KO against Sableye. Oh, but they didn't have it. They attack with... Okay, that's 30 damage, so that was Leaf Guard attack. It only deals 30 damage, but Jumpluff is also shielded from 30 damage from the next attack. On the Sableye side, the player activates Pokemon Collector as their supporter, searching their deck for 3 basic Pokemon to add to their hand. So there we see 2 Garchomp C and a Honchkrow G. They're all basic Pokemon because they're classified as SP, even though they're technically evolved. Okay, there's both the Garchomp and the Honchkrow coming down. Honchkrow gets the Darkness Energy and the Poké-Tool Energy Gain. So it reduces the attack cost of its target attack by 1 colorless energy. Next, Crobat comes down, activating its ability Flash Bite, hitting the opposing Baltoy for 10 damage. And now Sableye is going to be paying the retreat cost to promote Honchkrow, which I'm pretty sure is going to be taking the KO against his Baltoy. And yes, there's the attack. Target attack, hitting Baltoy for 40 damage, enough to take the first KO of the game. So that is 5 prizes to 6, with Sableye in the lead so far. Back over to the Jumpluff side. A Grass Energy comes down to one of the benched Hoppip, and the player puts Yuku down to the bench to activate Setup as their ability. Oh, but the Sableye side activates Power Spray to negate Yuku's ability, so they cannot draw any cards. Jumpluff then attacks with Mass Attack, taking the KO against Honchkrow as it deals 10 damage for every Pokemon in play. That is a total of 90 damage. So now both sides are tied, 5 prizes remaining apiece. Crobat G comes up as a new active Pokemon, and a double colorless energy comes down to one of the Garchomp, followed by a supporter, Cyrus's Initiative. Now the player flips 2 coins. One of them is going to be heads, so they can look at their opponent's hand. Let's see what they have. A Jumpluff and a BB Search. So with 1 heads, they can choose one of those cards in the hand and put it at the bottom of the deck, and that was the BB Search. So Jumpluff just has 1 more Jumpluff left in hand. Okay, Crobat G is going to be retreating to promote Sableye, which attacks once again with Impersonate, copying the effect of another supporter. It's going to be the second Cyrus's Conspiracy, getting 3 more cards into the hand. It's another Darkness Energy, an SP Radar, and the third Cyrus's Conspiracy. Okay, there we go. Just adding some more key cards into the player's hand for the following turn. Back over to the Jumpluff side. There's the draw. They only have 2 cards in hand. I'll make that 1 now because they just attached the Grass Energy. And there's the attack. I believe that was Leaf Guard that time, which is enough to take the KO. That's going to be 2 prizes taken by Jumpluff. Okay, Crobat comes back into the active spot now. The player activates SP Radar, swapping out one of their cards from their hand for any SP Pokemon from the deck. And the one chosen is going to be Garchomp level X. One of the strongest attackers of this format thanks to its Dragon Rush attack. Okay, the Garchomp with the energy comes into the active spot now. And he gets the energy gain to reduce the attack cost of its Dragon Rush attack. There's the level X. A second double colorless energy comes down to the benched Garchomp. And there's Cyrus's Conspiracy to search the deck for another 3 cards. There's the Poke turn. Cyrus's Initiative. And where's the basic energy? Actually, that was it. It looks like they don't have any more basic energy cards left in the deck. But there's the Dragon Rush targeting down the opposing Hoppip to take the KO. Although Garchomp has to discard its double colorless energy, and it cannot attack on the following turn. Okay, back over to the Jumpluff side. The benched Hoppip evolves into a Skiploom. And now Jumpluff attacks with... That was Mass Attack that time, hitting Garchomp for 60 damage. On the Sableye side, the player activates Poke Turn to pick up Garchomp back into the hand to completely undo all that damage that was just done. The second Garchomp comes up, so they can continue the string of Dragon Rush attacks. Yeah, there's the level X form coming back down. And there's the energy gain once again, so they can take another KO with Dragon Rush. The other Garchomp comes back onto the bench, followed by another Cyrus's Initiative. There's the other 2 coin flips. And 1 heads, once again. Let's see what the opposing player has in hand. The Jumpluff and a Skiploom that time, so the player's going to be putting the Jumpluff at the bottom of the deck. So things are not looking good for the Jumpluff player. They only have a Skiploom in hand. And speaking of Skiploom, it is going to be getting KO'd thanks to that Dragon Rush attack. And that is 3 prizes taken by Garchomp. So the Sableye side has a really strong advantage. Okay, the Jumpluff player did not play any cards. They can only attack with Mass Attack, hitting for 50 damage. Now back over to the Sableye side. Darkness Energy comes down to the benched Garchomp. And there's another Poke turn to pick up the Garchomp level X. Once again, healing all that damage. The second Garchomp comes back into the active spot now. And he gets the energy gain. There's Garchomp level X. It cannot use Dragon Rush attack, but it can use Claw Swipe, hitting Jumpluff for 30 damage now. Okay, back over to the Jumpluff side. Oh, they just drew a card and attacked. They still cannot play anything. They must have a really bad hand. So they attacked with Leaf Guard, hitting for 30 damage, but they are shielded from 30 damage from any Garchomp attacks. Garchomp gets a second Darkness Energy to hit Yuku with Dragon Rush, and that is 4 prizes taken. So Sableye just has to take 2 more prizes to win this game. Oh, but here we go. Broken Time Space comes down. A Baltoy, and then a Claydol evolves immediately thanks to the ability of Broken Time Space, and it looks like that was exactly what the player needed. Thanks to Claydol and their Cosmic Power ability, they can draw until they have 6 cards in hand. Okay, a second Baltoy comes down onto the bench, followed by a supporter, Judge, forcing both players to shuffle away their entire hands to draw 4 brand new cards. So Jumpluff is looking to make a comeback now. Let's see what they get. Did they have any more Hoppip to put down? They need to start powering up new attackers. Okay, there's the second Claydol. Now they can use another Cosmic Power ability. Oh, but there's a Power Spray to negate it. Power Spray can only be activated if the player has at least 3 SP Pokemon in play. Okay, Pokemon Communication is played by the Jumpluff side, swapping out one of their Pokemon from their hand for a Crobat from the deck. So they're going to be looking to take the KO against this Garchomp with Crobat's ability. Okay, there's Crobat coming down, activating Flash Bite, dealing 10 damage to the opposing Garchomp. And now it's in range to take the KO with its Mass Attack. Yes, there's the attack declared, and Garchomp finally goes down. That is 3 prizes taken by Jumpluff, but they still don't have any attackers, or sorry, backup attackers. Okay, on the Sableye side, Crobat comes up as a new active Pokemon once again. And the player's trying to decide what to do now. They don't have any attackers. Okay, there's this double colorless energy coming down into Garchomp, followed by a supporter, Aaron's Collection, searching the discard pile for up to 2 basic energy cards or SP Pokemon. Then we see a Darkness Energy and a Psychic Energy. Okay, both cards added to the hand. Crobat retreats to promote Garchomp. So it can hit with... Actually, it can't hit with anything right now. Oh, wait, no. Yes, it can. Sorry. It can hit with Claw Swipe at least, hitting for 30 damage. So Jumpluff is down to just 30 HP remaining. Okay, let's see what the Jumpluff player can do. They need another Jumpluff. There's the Night Maintenance, searching the discard pile for up to 3 Pokemon or basic energy cards to shuffle back into the deck. There's a Grass Energy, a Hoppip, and another Hoppip. Okay, all 3 cards are shuffled back in. Let's see if they draw into them with either of these Claydol abilities. And with only 2 Pokemon in play, the Sableye side cannot activate Power Spray anymore. So this Claydol cannot be stopped. There's 1 Cosmic Power, putting up to 2 cards from the hand to the bottom of the deck, and then drawing until the player has 6 cards in hand. The really powerful draw ability in this format. Okay, yeah, there's 1 Hoppip, followed by Unknown Q activating its ability to equip itself onto Crobat as a tool to reduce its retreat cost, although it's completely unnecessary on this Crobat. But the player's just trying to thin out their hand. A Grass Energy also came down to Hoppip, and there's the 2nd Cosmic Power drawing some more cards out of the deck. Did they get the Skiploom and the Jumpluff? Okay, not yet, but there's the Pokemon Communication swapping out Hoppip from the hand for any Pokemon from the deck. And there's a Jumpluff. If the player has a Rare Candy or a Skiploom already in hand, they can evolve immediately, thanks to the broken time space. And yes, there's the Skiploom, and there's Jumpluff. So they now have a 2nd attacker, just in case the active one goes down. There's a Mass Attack hitting for 70 damage. Garchomp is down to just 40 HP remaining. The Sableye player activates Luxury Ball to search their deck for any Pokemon to add to their hand. Let's see what they get. It's going to be Yuxi now, to draw some more cards with its setup Poke Power. And now it looks like the Sableye side is on the back foot. Okay, Garchomp gets a Darkness Energy to attack with Dragon Rush, and they're set up. Now the player can draw until they have 7 cards in hand. Okay, let's see what they get. They need to start setting up another attacker, because I'm pretty sure this Garchomp is going to be getting KO'd on the following turn. There's another Sableye coming down onto the bench. And there's SP Radar swapping out a card from their hand for any SP Pokemon. So let's see what they get. What is left in the deck for them? Okay, it's going to be another Crobat G. And we do know the player has a Psychic Energy in deck, so they can attack with Toxic Fang, just in case. And there's a Dragon Rush, discarding 2 energy off of Garchomp to take the KO against one of the Claydols. That is 5 prizes taken now by Sableye. They're down to just 1 more prize, but they need 1 more attacker to close out this game. On the Jumpluff side, Jumpluff retreats to promote the other Jumpluff, the one without the damage, just to get it out of harm's way. And let's see what else the player can do. There's a Cosmic Power coming from Claydol. And now the player can draw until they have 6 cards in hand. There we go. It looks like Jumpluff is down to 30 HP, so the Sableye player can take the KO by using Crobat's Flash Bite ability. Okay, there's Jumpluff. It gets a plus power to attack with Leaf Guard that time, taking the KO against Garchomp. And now Leaf Guard does protect Jumpluff from 30 damage. That is 4 prizes taken by Jumpluff. They're making a comeback. Okay, Sableye comes up as a new active Pokemon now, after Crobat retreats, and no other cards are played. Sableye attacks with Impersonate to copy the effect of Cyrus's Conspiracy. And now we can get some more cards out of the deck. It's going to be a Poke turn. Felicity's drawing. And I believe that's it. They don't have any more basic energy cards left in the deck. Okay, that's going to be it for the Sableye side. Back over to the Jumpluff side. Okay, there's an Unknown R coming down into the bench. It activates its ability Retire to discard itself, and then the player can draw 1 card. Okay, there's another Unknown R, once again discarding itself. To draw another card out of the deck, the player needs to draw the Expert Belt to give the bench Jumpluff an extra 20 HP so it doesn't get KO'd by Crobat. Hoppip comes down and gets a Grass Energy, and there's the Cosmic Power to draw even more cards out of the deck. The player is trying to dig as deep as they can into this deck to get that Expert Belt, just in case the opposing player has 2 Poke Powers in hand. Okay, that is 5 prizes taken, so both players are tied at 1 prize remaining apiece. Okay, there's Crobat coming down, activates Flash Bite, hitting the bench Jumpluff for 10 damage. There's a Poke turn, hitting it for another 10 damage, down to just 10 HP. Do they have the final? Yes, they do! The final Poke turn comes down to take the KO against Jumpluff, and now Sableye can take their final prize. And there's the handshake! Sableye is your winner! So what did you guys think of that battle? Let me know down in the comments below, and be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow and reach new viewers. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, this is the Holland Phantom logging out.